Fancy. I think we need to be there. Is it just there? Just there. I got that music set just right last time, so I don't want to mess it up. Good evening, it's Shrek Vape Reviews. Got to tell you I love you, because you're on the other one, you're actually a member. I'm working, aren't I? Ooh. Didn't seem very loud on here. 1, 2, 1. I know what's happened. Has it turned itself down? I don't know. Am I loud? I don't know. Ooh. I've been in Streamlabs, haven't I? I think I need to turn my volume back up. Looks like it's quiet. Hello, Department of Work and Pensions. I can't remember how you do it, to be honest, either. That's the only thing when you've been in Streamlabs, it makes it quiet. Well, yeah, you can hear me, but it needs to sound right, doesn't it? I can't turn it up too loud on the audio box, otherwise it's... I can't remember where the setting is. Inputs, isn't it? Yeah, volume, no. Inputs. Sound input, device properties. Master volume, where are we? 1, 2, yeah, it's quiet as hell. Device properties. It's down at 65, that's what's wrong with it. 1, 2, 3, there we go. Obviously, I've just been on the Laid Back Vape Show, and they use StreamYard. I've got this a bit too much now. Let me try again. Is that too loud? Let me know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it's too loud, to be honest. I think it's capping out. Yeah, too loud. I should have thought of that before I've done it. Hang on a minute. I think we need to be at 85. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's it. I think we're done now. Blowing speakers out now. That should be about right. 85. I know I had to turn it down, and originally when I first got this audio box, I had to turn it down. I should be coming through about right now. Slightly low volume from last show. Yeah, well, that's it. Been in StreamYard, hasn't it? That's what it was. And it automatically adjusts your volume. It's down at 65%. Hopefully we should be about right at that, because it's just going over, maybe. Blowing my bloody ears out, mate. Oh, well, still. There's no way I can test it without going through the thing. It's showing on OBS, it's about right. So Net Reality is about right now. Thank you very much. Unless it's there, is it? I'll wait while somebody answers me anyway. Instead of saying hello to each other. I think it should be about right. I'll have to watch out for that. I should have known, really. Good. Are we good? Are we good? Good? Better. Is better good, or is it not better? Turn it down a bit if you want. You just need to tell me where it needs to be. It was easy when I was in Zoom, because I just turned the Zoom thing down, but obviously I've been in StreamYard. And StreamYard always messes with your volume. It turned it right down to 65 instead of... so I turned it up to 100. And I think I just need to be at 80, 85. We go down a little bit. Well, it's about right on the thing. Good, thank you very much. Lovely. So welcome to the 5K show. Just thought I'd pop on. I don't know why I didn't tell everybody I was going to go live, even when it was on that other show. It'd been a lot easier, wouldn't it, really? But I just thought I'd go live, and I put a little video up today, because obviously we've got to 5,000 subscribers through the help of YouTube Promote. So I didn't go out there and they didn't come in here and find me. I went out there and found them. So we're all good. Oh, you can actually do a test on here. So I should be able to tell myself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop test. I don't know. God knows. Sound good. Good, that's about right. Yeah, on the OBS it's just going over into the red, but before it was actually on the way over to the red and non-stop. They are quite a powerful beast, these roadcasters, and you do have to tune them down a bit. So I'll put a bit more music on this time, a bit different to what I had on before, because I got sick of listening to them. I'm hoping that there should be nearly an hour's worth on in the actual device itself now. So I come up with the idea that if you're doing it on your own, you're actually better off with just a little bit of background music in there. And if you stop talking, it makes it better. So I'm just going to put my nicotine warning on in case I fancy a vape. Obviously, it's not a vape show. That's what we're doing. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah. I should have realised that. I knew something was wrong. As soon as I came in, it looked quiet. But anyway, we're all right now. So tonight's brew, Changed Man, cup of tea. And a little bit of vape. I think that music's a bit high, isn't it? I had it set perfectly the other day because I listened back to it and it sounded really good. So I hope you're all having a good evening. I suppose one or two of you have just seen me over on the Laid Back show, so I just thought I'd pop on and do something of my own. Probably just stop half an hour tonight and have a word with you. Obviously, you're not going to get any adverts on here, Nikki, so you'll not be able to buy any more manscaping products, which will be quite sad for you. I enjoyed going over there. It was nice. I just had to pop on and say hello. I was thinking about sending him a video, to be honest, and then when I looked on my WhatsApp, Ian had already sent me an invite to go over, and I thought that's the perfect time. So Lou come over and we decided we were going to have fish and chips, and I said, oh, shall I fetch him? She said, well, I could, but she said, we can order them, they'll bring them up. It took them 2 hours to bring them up. We got to the stage where we were going to just tell them to keep them, and anyway, they turned up. They were lovely, absolutely lovely. But I probably won't use their ordering service again, because you really want your tea. You want your tea, don't you? When she first wanted to order them, I wasn't really that hungry, but by the time they come, I could have eaten the table that was in front of me. But anyway, that's the way it is, isn't it, really? If you're going to have a bit of a chaotic evening, everything had probably gone wrong, to be really honest. And that's the way it goes. Behave, why? I've had them AirPods in and now my bloody ears are itching. These are good, these are Bose runners, they call them. And they clamp into your ears and don't fall out. So they're brilliant. Like when you're laid on a sunbed listening to music, because with your AirPods, they just keep falling out all the time and drive you bloody insane. Whereas these actually fit in there properly, so as if you were going jogging. I'm not thinking of going jogging, but you never know, do you? They've got ad blocker on. Well, you're not getting ad on this one anyway, because it's not monetized yet. Not just yet, anyway. Hopefully it won't be too long. I've managed to get another 400 watch time hours on there in the last few months, so it's a bit of a slog. I just need that big video, that one where everybody wants to watch it. I could just do with it and just get everybody to watch that. It wants to be an hour long as well, so 5,000 people to watch it, and off we go. I think it's about another 1,500 hours, and I can put 1,300 hours, and I can put YouTube members on, and then after that, it needs another 1,000 to actually get monetized. And that is what I'm after. I'm after YouTube paying for the videos that I'll put on, not the members and that. And that was the idea, really, because I wanted to make some money. Genuinely wanted to make some money. I wanted to. Sometime in my life, I want to make a little bit of a top up to a pension or something like that out of this job. We'll see if it happens. So feel free to talk about anything you want, other than golf. Hey, forgot that one. Look at that, smooth. And blocker on, bloody hell. Don't be telling them that, they'll come around and beat you up. I've got a couple of channels that I've sort of half thought of launching, and one of them's the UK VCA channel. And if I ever go on there to see anything, the amount of adverts you get is just phenomenal. in the sort of landing page, because obviously that's where they are. Got weighed yourself and you've lost £6 in a week. Well done. Are you on the Slimming World, or are you just done it yourself? I'm topping off at about 20 stone at the minute through too much special brew and that type of thing. So since I've come home from holiday, I've decided I'm not drinking special brew anymore. And if I want some alcohol, I'm just going to have to drink gin and tonics or something like that, because it got to the stage where you're thinking, Christ, I can't get off this bloody sunbed. And, you know, you obviously, people of our age group, you get diabetes, well, my age group, you get diabetes and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm not looking for that, really. I've enough on without having that. Just done it yourself, yeah? So what's your secret then? If I want to lose a bit of weight, knock out the spuds and just eat veg and meat. And that goes back from years ago, from the old sort of Slimming World thing. Where if you're eating protein and veg, then you're bound to lose weight, aren't you? But I think a lot of mine come from obviously drinking loads of beer, because it just, you know, bloats you up like bloody hell, doesn't it? I think a lot of people, when they've been on holiday, they get a chance to think about what they're doing, and they also get a chance to see themselves, how different they are to the holiday before, or the holiday before that, or something like that. They actually realise then that they've actually put loads of weight on, or something like that. So they tend to do something about it, don't they? But I don't want to lose loads of weight. I don't want to be skinnier like that, or even slim. I just don't want to be 20 stone, really. I suppose as you get older, it is more difficult to drop it off. Just healthy eating, cut down on the booze. Yeah, I think beer booze is the worst, isn't it? That's what it seems to be. Beer's full of sugar, and especially if you're getting IABV alcohol, that's definitely full of sugar. I don't take sugar anyway. I must admit though, if I don't watch it, I'll have a really nice salad, healthy salad, and then I'll have a piece of cake and a yogurt and a banana and a bit of, a chocolate biscuit. And so that's where mine's coming from as well. But I've sort of cut down on that as well. Saying that, I had fish and chips for teas. I hadn't had fish and chips for a few weeks, so bloody lovely. I know when they finally got there. I think that's what they do though. They just get they sort of delay the order that long that you're that ravenous, you enjoy it, and then post the thing saying no, they were well worth waiting for, or something like that. I think 2 hours for a food order. I very rarely order anything nowadays, so it maybe isn't too long, but it seemed too long. We ordered before 5 and it turned up at 20 to 7. Which wasn't very good, but I thought it was very nice. Fish chips and curry sauce. It's the future. So my next run down memory lane is this little Nokia E51, which I actually used as a phone back in the day, and still has an excellent battery, and pops on pretty quick as well. It's I don't know the last time I charged it up, but I actually managed to switch it on today and it just comes straight up. This was a cracking phone. I mean, look at the width of it there. And it's a fairly high-end business phone from back in the day. Just treat yourself once a week and have a cheat day. I don't know. I don't want to... I'll be really honest, when I'm a bit obsessive about things that I do anyway. And when I went on a Slimming World diet, I lost about 4.5, 5 stone. And it got to the stage where if I went out for a drink, I used to get really drunk ever so quick. And I actually got to the stage where I thought it was a bonus if you threw up, because at least you didn't have all those bloody calories in you. And that's, for anybody, is a bit strange, isn't it? So I tend not to bother with sort of diets anymore. But just try cutting out. I mean, just cut out stuff, don't you? I went to I suffer with acid reflux, and for a while I was really poorly and lost loads of weight. I'd actually convinced myself I got something really bad, and finally went for a camera down and found out it was just acid reflux. But I got to the stage where I was thin and things didn't fit me because I was too thin. But before I actually went for the camera down, the doctor says to me, he said, look, just cut out the kebabs and the fish and chips and the pizzas and all the other stuff. And he says, give me a chance to get your stomach working properly again. Just eat sort of light food and fish, and obviously not fried. Oh my days, this sneezing thing's good. And I was quite surprised. Within a month, I'd lost a stone. And it went, as easy as that. And by the end of the next month, I lost another stone. So it's obviously, at the time, it was related to what I ate. But I entered a doner kebab forever because it just gives me acid for 3 days. And I rarely eat fish and chips. I rarely eat fried fish because the batter sets my stomach off. And pizzas are not really that. Not really that. Just cutting out crap. Yeah, that's exactly it. And that's it, isn't it? I mean, you can go on the cabbage diet and this diet and that diet and every other diet, but the best way to lose weight is to reduce the amount of calories going into your body, and you'll not have any trouble, with losing weight. But I don't know about you. I'm one of these people. To look at a kebab with all the sauce on and all that, I actually get visual pleasure from it for a start, and I get a lot of pleasure out of eating it as well, to be honest. But I say I've now got, so it does make me poorly. I think I might have the same song in there twice. I seem to remember this one, unless I used it earlier in that video, I don't know. I'm going to go on the Graham diet. Just drink lager and post memes and music on Facebook. That's the way to do it. Hang on, I've got somebody on. What's happening here? There's all sorts of things flashing up. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I'll look at that in a minute. I just saw a message come across. I've had one of them days today. I've been down, took the car down, and I think I need a new anti-roll bar, which is about 300 quid, so that'll be fun. I'm going to go on the car parts diet where I don't eat anymore because I've got no money left because I keep spending it on cars, because whichever one I buy seems to want doing up. It's surprising sometimes with 5-year-old cars. You do one thing and then that goes on to something else because it's been held in that position for a while. So anyway, we think we finally got down this awful squeak. It's been driving me insane for a couple of weeks. We finally got it down to the anti-roll bar, the bushes in the anti-roll bar, but you can't change them on that model because they're like tied up in a cage like that. So it's just going to have to be done. But you can't ride around in a taxi that's making that noise anyway. So that's what we're going to do. I think that's happening on Wednesday. They've ordered the part. It comes overnight. It works, especially when you've got the flu. You should have had the flu job, Graham. I don't qualify for it anymore. During the pandemic, I actually qualified for a COVID jab and a flu jab, and now apparently I've got to be 60 again. Last year we had to have it because obviously Lou was on chemo and what you call it, were down. I can't think what it's called now, but anyway. So they made us have it then if we wanted to go see her. But now obviously she's not got that. She's not on chemo, so that's it. You got the flu email yesterday? I don't know. You're obviously in a high risk, aren't you, because of the surgery you've had done it? I suppose. Sue was always in high risk because she's asthmatic. So, I don't know. To be honest with the flu, I really would like to have the flu jab. I'll probably just go and pay for it. Because I think it's only about 14 quid and it's well worth it when you do what I do for a living. Yeah, high risk, yeah. The chemist guy did say to me, he said, if you ever want to do in here, just come in and tell me you're a carer. He said, we won't ask you any questions, we're not allowed to. But, rather than get done for it, I'd rather just pay for it, really. But I'm not bothered about having any more of the COVID jabs. Good evening, Mr. Above the Clouds. I haven't spoken to you for ages. It must be all of 15 minutes. Welcome to Mick Review Stuff's 5K show. Shame we can't get them all in here all at once. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? The old chat whizzing round. Get some watch time hours in after an hour, wouldn't I? I just thought I'd pop on. Probably only stay for half an hour, 40 minutes today, depending how it goes. To be honest, I'm a bit tired tonight. I'm going to have to get up early and take that car down. And it's my day off. So I've been quite busy today, really, because my daughter came with the two youngest grandkids. And both the two young ones aren't very well. And but especially the youngest one. So we had a little bit of screaming for a couple of hours. She's a little sweetheart. But they can't all be ill, can they? But I've got this sneezing going on. I've had it for a few days and it's not really come to it. If I'm going to get anything, I'd rather get it soon and get it over with. Because I'm off to Benidorm in a couple of weeks. And when I get there, I don't want to be ill. I was a bit... when I got off the aeroplane this time, normally I have a bit of a problem. I don't know whether it's with vaping or whatever it's with. But if I've been on an aeroplane, as we're coming into land, especially into Malaga, I get a pain up there to the back of my ear. And apparently it's quite a common thing. And it just comes on and people don't know what it's like. You get massive pain in there. And the last few times when I've been down to Alicante, when I get off, I've got a runny nose for the evening. And then the next day it goes away. So I don't know why that happened. So whether it's going to happen again, because it happened last October when I got there. And I had to go, I was walking around Benidorm at night, my eyes were streaming and my nose was streaming, and I got up the next day and it had gone. And I got it the time before when I went. So whether it's the altitude you're flying at, I don't get the pain in the side of my head. I get that other thing instead, I don't know. I've been trying to find out how you link this onto one loop. I think if I put all these records, all these tracks into Audacity, then press a couple of buttons, it'll bring them off in one complete file, and you just put them on one touch thing, and make up how many minutes that you want. Say 60 minutes. Drop it onto one thing, just press it and leave it. And then as you're doing it, if you want to finish early, you just obviously end it early. The brilliant thing, these. Especially now I'm monitoring my ears. I can hear the music in the background and I can hear my voice. The only thing is I can't hear what you can hear of my voice because I didn't realise it was. Yeah, it's air pressure, yeah, but I never had it when I smoked. Never had any problem when I smoked. But I say it's actually on this left-hand side, and it starts off at the back, and it feels like someone's got a pair of pliers just behind that bone at the bottom of your ears. And it just squeezes like that. But when I flew in June, I'd got a cold. Well, I thought my head was going to explode. It was all across here, all down there, all at the bottom of my eyes, and I was sort of poking, trying to get some relief from it. And he's coming in the plane over the top of the mountains at Malaga. And it just went on and on and on and on. And I thought, God, my head's going to blow up in a minute. And then when we came back, I never had any problem, but I got rid of the cold. So I don't know. But say, as we go into Alicante, I don't get it. And it's the last twice I've been into Alicante, the last 3 times I've never had it, but I do get the runny nose when I get there. So this time I'm going to take a kitchen roll with me, because the only thing I could find in this bloody shop was serviettes. Well, they're not very good for that, are they? You're loving the background music. It's from Epidemic Sounds. And it's just out there. I just put in electronic music, and that's what I searched for. And obviously no audio as such, no voice, no singing. And you just put it in the background and turn it down 3/4 of the way down, so it's just at the back of my voice. And so the good thing about it is if you're doing a show on your own and you stop talking, like there, it's not quiet, because when you sort of listen back to when you've done a show and you're sort of struggling a little bit for something to talk about just for a second or two, or you forgot what you're saying, sounds really, really, really quiet. Good evening, Free Rider Vapor. Nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Not seen you anywhere for a long, long time, so I'm pleased to see you. How's Becky doing? I don't know, have I just said something wrong? Try sucking some sweets, mints or something when flying. Yeah, just when I come in. We actually did do that this time. Trouble is with me though, I can't remember which one it is, so we'll try that one. Oh, look at that. I'm not doing my job, am I? Not doing my job. This one's a slow one to start as well. What I was thinking was if I put them into Audacity, I'd be able to drop the intros off the quiet bit at the front of each one of them, and it would just come on this one continuous loop. But you can loop all the songs up anyway, so they'll just play over and over and over if you just want one of them, but I think they get quite boring. But I've got loads of these. After we've done this one, I'll go on to the ones I normally played on the other one. But I've been doing daytimes, just popping up in the afternoon just before I go to work. And sort of 65, 70 views, something like that. I think, well, the highest one's 65. That was 65, the one I did the other day. And the watch time hours are pretty good as well. So obviously people are watching them, must be watching them on the replay. Yeah, but the only trouble I have, Nikki, if I put a sweet in my mouth, I chew it straight away. And it's just a sort of reaction that I do, and I'm thinking, don't bite it, don't bite it. I think that probably would work. But I tried using some sinus stuff because they recommend using sinus stuff. Well, it burnt all the inside of my bloody nose out. I did tell her to get Beckinase, and she come back with a cheap equivalent, which was, I think, was battery acid aid. It didn't really work out for me at all. It's very high tech over here, isn't it? Yeah, oh yeah, welcome. Welcome. Loki Vape Asylum. Good evening to you, sir. I haven't spoke to you for ages either. Yeah, it's very high tech, yeah. It's took a while to build up. The microphone, it's quite an expensive microphone. I was lucky I got mine at half price. The biggest outlay, really, I suppose, to get this sound was the Rodecaster. They come up at sort of 400-ish and a bit more, depending which one you get. I went for the Duo instead of getting the Pro, because the Pro was another £100. But sometimes if it's something that you want to do, I don't play golf and I don't go to pubs, and this is my sort of thing, so it's actually worth doing something, isn't it, really? Worth putting your money into something what you want to do rather than anything else. But it was a bit of I actually ordered it off Amazon, and it come from the correct place, because I got in touch with Rode when it first came. It knocked the audio off twice, and I got in touch with them to ask them about it. And they said, oh, first we've got to make sure you bought it from the proper place before we honour the warranty. I thought, oh my days. Anyway, it turned out I bought it from the right place. And they said, and how can we help you? Anyway, they haven't done it since, so I just left it because I've got a good guarantee on it. Anyway. It's quick because Mick's not in the shed. Believe it or not, shed's a really good place because it's made out of wood. So you're already sounded out. You're not going to get that echo. So you're halfway there. You don't need sound tiles in the shed because the wood will absorb it. A lot of places, sound studios, they have wood fastened to the walls and it just deadens it, or blankets or anything like that. I did think about getting some tiles to put up the front and up on the roof as well, just in front. That seems to block it out, to stop the echo a little bit, but I think we've got it pretty good. I've got air conditioning up here that turns into heat, so as I get into the winter, as my knees are knocking, it's going to be good. I'll be able to get it 20 odd degrees in here and actually warm the place up, because I had a little heater before that was just stood over there, and it'd take you an hour and a half. Then you have to bolt all the doors shut, and then you're vaping big stuff and you can't see out. It's pretty rubbish. Anyway, let's try these other ones. Oh, I better not do that. We're going to have a break in audio here just because I'm changing pages and I don't know how you do it. Right, here we go. These are the ones I started with the other day. These are quite good. I like these. I do like electronic style music anyway. I used to listen to Pete Tong at 7 o'clock on a Friday night, riding around in my taxi. And in between jobs, I'll be turning it up full old. Brilliant. You can actually have a round of applause if you want. There's all sorts of voice changes on here as well. But we're not bothered messing about with them. We're not children, are we? So it does sound pretty good. Hey, we've managed half an hour anyway. But I suppose the first 5 minutes was trying to set the audio. Where's Shrek gone? Has he gone? I think he's got a pretty... looking at his thing, he's got a pretty heavy work schedule. So I don't think that's why he's not turning up in many places. And he can't do his show because he's up at ridiculous o'clock and finishing at ridiculous o'clock. So he's not... I don't know what's happening. Pete Tong was amazing. Used to be on Radio 1 at 7 o'clock on a Friday night. He just got that voice, hasn't he, really? It's all gone a bit Pete song. I can't remember the last time I listened to Radio 1 now. When you listen to them now, it sounds like you listen to kids, is that? Oh no. I very rarely listen to the radio. Since the pandemic, I'd got used to not listening to it. Because all you got was news and doom and gloom, and you're thinking you were struggling anyway, and all of a sudden they're chattering away and saying, "No, it's going to be 10 years before we actually get going again, and it's good, everything's going to be awful." But this bloody cat wants to go out again. I'm going to chuck him out in the rain if he carries on. See, I'm doing it again. What he does, he'll go under the thing, and my feet are under there, and he'll flop on my feet and then start biting. He's a little shitbag, honestly. He is. It's been in since 3 o'clock this morning because it was chucking it down then. And that's the way it is, isn't it? When you have an animal, that's the way they are. Right, I'm just going to cut it short anyway because he's getting a pain. Thank you very much for popping in and seeing the 5K show. I should have organised it a little bit better and then put it up earlier. It was just when I was just talking to you lads, I thought I am actually going to do a quick show. An hour is quite a long time anyway, but I think half an hour is just about right. And 40 minutes is about perfect because you get an intro and outro, and then you get the half an hour in the middle. But he's spinning around here like a whirling dervish, so it's not really going to happen. So I'll clear off, and thank you all for coming in. I don't know when I'm coming back on again, but I've got to get some reviews on this here channel, and I've got a few to do for the other one as well. So looks like Wednesday probably. I might get one done tomorrow night if I get finished early. But Sue comes in at 11 o'clock at night now and thwarts all my. I used to be up while 2 doing, getting pissed and doing doing reviews and all sorts of things. But now I get squared up at 11:05. What are you up to now? Thank you very much. Right, catch you soon, everyone. Have a lovely evening, and we'll catch you all again. Thanks a lot. Hang on, how do I do this?